Welcome to the Raw Deal. My name is Rollins, and I am the founder and CEO of R.A.W Fitness Club, where RAW stands for Ready and Willing, otherwise known as RFC. Now, in R.A.W Fitness Club, we have three pillars where we are developing leaders, we are transforming lives, and building communities. And today, I'm joined by special guest, Jolene Butler Apalato. We have the same last name. She is my sister-in-law, and she is just an amazing person, and I thought, hey, she's part of the Northern California leadership team of the Bay Area for R.A.W Fitness Club, and I said, hey, why don't you jump on the Raw Deal with me? And she says, yay. So here she is. Jolene, why don't you tell everybody about a little bit of highlights about who you are?
I'm a mother, a wife, a Group X instructor, a Fit Pro, a mentor, and an entrepreneur.
So that's why she's one of our leadership team members here in the Bay Area. And what we're going to be talking about here in the Raw Deal, let's let them know. Our topic today is get off your ass. So get off your ass. And why we say that is because we have a hunger and a drive for success. But success is driven and fueled by your why. So I thought, rather than hear it from me, let's talk to one of my leadership team members for R.A.W Fitness Club. So in a previous video, we talked about taking a chance on yourself and taking a leap of faith, getting outside that box, and really just going out there, and I think about, are you the type of person that sits on the sidelines? Are you the type of person that says, yeah, right? That is a woulda, coulda, shoulda. I woulda, coulda done this. I shoulda done this. No, we shouldn't be that. No, she's like my for the hearing impaired. Watch her, right? Sorry about that. So, are you the woulda, coulda, shoulda type, or are you going to be the I am, I will, I did? And that's what hope that we inspire and we provoke today. Our COO of R.A.W Fitness Club, Dan Lamello, says, he shares this this topic called 30 years, or this story called 30 years. And so I'm gonna test her math knowledge here. As a group fitness instructor, she doesn't know how to count past 8. And as a pump instructor, she doesn't, there's always one more rep. So let's see how her math is. So, Jolene, what should the average person sleep on a daily basis?
7 to 8 hours.
She got that right. Now, we don't necessarily do that, but we should be doing that 7 to 8 hours. And so let's do this. If you were at, by the time you're 30 years old, how many years have you slept?
10.
Yay, she got the answer right. Yeah, so 10 years. That's crazy. A third of your life by the time you're 30 years old. How old are you?
33.
She's 33, right? So I'll tell you this, she hasn't slept 10 years of her life, and I know that for a fact because she works her booty off, right? She works her booty off where she actually teaches 30 classes a week. Now, we know that's not the ideal thing to do, but we have such a passion where, you'll see me from state to state to city to city because I want to touch as many lives as possible. And so does she, and so we impact that. But there's another reason why she teaches so much. So I thought, hey, why don't you share this with everybody and put you on the spot here. So let's ask, why do you teach so many classes?
Why?
Yeah, and I asked her to be real, by the way.
So here it is. I'm trying to keep a roof over my kids' head. I'm trying to feed them and give them the best life possible. So that's part of my why. Second part of my why is I personally want to stay in shape, not only for my self-esteem, my confidence, but I want to be able to be moving with my kids. I want to be able to enjoy them when they grow up and enjoy my grandchildren when they grow up. So I'm thinking long term. Another huge part of why I do what I do is I love to inspire others. That's the main reason. I love going to a class and somebody coming up to me after and just go, Jolene, you're over here 9.5 months pregnant, kicking butt while you're teaching class. And I'm over here just thinking, I'm being lazy. I worked 8 hours today. I'm going to go home. But you're rolling in, your kids, all 3 of your kids, and you're doing it no matter what. So that's what I love, to inspire them. You can always push a little harder. Now,
I didn't ask. There's some questions I said I'd be asking her. This one question, I'm putting you on the spot. She doesn't even know I'm going to ask. So she is a newly P90X Live instructor as of yesterday. Woohoo, P90X. And we did some takeaways and sharing, and she shared something that I thought was so beautiful, and I would really love for you to share that with the viewers out here. But what's your other why? You talked about your body identification, So sorry, I hope you...
Oh, he wants to make me cry.
Sorry.
You know, just to be blunt, I'm not a size 2 average person. In the very beginning, the reason why I lost weight was because my grandmother was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, and I wanted to be there and be able to help her, and you know, I wanted something better for myself. So I decided to get into fitness, and it was actually one of my Group X manager at the time. I just worked in retail at the gym, and he was like, you are such a beautiful person, and you need to instruct. You can inspire so many others. And I was like, me? No. And I didn't have a choice. He signed me up for the certification. Right. And he was like, show up on this day and you're doing it. And I was like, well, okay, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna do it. So I did, and ever since that, I never looked back. I, you know, transformed. I lost a lot of weight. I inspired a lot of my students, and they came to my class because of that. They're like, Jolene, you're not the typical, you know, instructor, or when we think of instructor, you know, you're real. You're just like us, and we're seeing you change and change every day, and that inspires. If you could do it, I could do it. So, you know, I have 3 kids now, 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and I have a 7-month-year-old. And every time, every, you know, obstacle I pushed through, and I was not only there to show my students you could do it no matter what, no matter, there's not an excuse, okay? There's never an excuse. I may have to modify or may have to change some options, not modify, but options. But you know what? You could do it no matter what. And if you have it in your heart, go for it. Don't let anyone or anything stop you. Who cares what people think?
Who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares?
We
don't care. That's why it's the raw deal. This is the raw deal. You know, I want to thank her that, because she did not know that I was going to ask that question. I want to thank you for just being so real, and that's what the raw deal is about. It's about being uncensored and showing a sense of, like, we put up masks. Don't you feel like in daily life, people show what they think you want to see. You act as if what you think people want to be, but I want to say that I know who my friends are, I know who my family are, because they accept every flaw that I have, you know, and no matter what. But they also give me the support system I need to continue to do what I need to do, and what my purpose is, and what my passion for life is, and what my passion for fitness is. So thank you to you, and thank you for all of you that support me and support Raw Fitness Club. It's just been a great journey, and we're going to keep on keeping on, and we're going to keep on bringing it real, because you know what? The struggle is real. It absolutely is real. Now, getting back to the topic of get off your ass, it's so real that you have a choice. Now, in my cycle class, I'm talking about real. In my cycle class, they call my cycle class church, because I get in my soapbox and I'm like, I preach. And I say, if you don't like who you see in the mirror, you have 2 things you can do about it. 1 is do something about it. 2 is shut up, because nobody wants to hear you complain. Now, just because you complain about it and own it doesn't validate that you should still live in that existence. And that's why we talked about taking a leap of faith and taking a chance on yourself. And we want to make sure that you continue to do that. You know, it's not easy. Gary Vaynerchuk, I'm in love with that guy.
Awesome.
Talk about keeping it real. Like, he makes the raw deal look like babies, little pets. You know, he keeps it real. And so check him out, definitely check him out. But what I love about it is he just puts the reality that, you know, most people are not going to be successful because either they're too lazy or they're not patient enough. Know that what you have in front of you, let's just say that you're out of shape, or you're not in a great relationship, or you're overweight. It didn't happen overnight, and it's not going to happen overnight to get there. So earlier I said, are you a woulda, coulda, shoulda sitting on the sidelines, or are you going to be, I am, I will, and you look back and I say, I did. And that's what we want for you all. You know, for more Raw Deal, subscribe, tell your friends, please share, because we want to keep it real, we want to keep it raw. And don't forget, RAW stands for ready and willing. And if you're ready and willing, come join us. Now, for more information, if you want to check out Jolene, she's in the Bay Area, but you can follow her. Share some of your social media handles.
So, Jolene Butler Apalato on, what is it, Facebook?
Keeping it real.
I'm like, or you can follow me on my fitness page, Jolene Nicole's fitness journey. and you'll find all my schedules. So if you want to come to any of my classes, Beachbody Live classes, adding P90X soon, stay tuned. So come follow me. If you need some motivation, I'm here to motivate you.
And why don't you give your little secret about how you keep going throughout the day? I know you.
Right here. This is my BFF.
That's our BFF.
You all need one.
You all need one. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us today. And again, if you know that this message can help somebody, please share it out. Until then, I am, I will, I did. See you soon. Peace out.